Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the markets, some people find it amazing. Some others, and some others, and some others do really well. Some people in the middle, some others really bad. How does one actually lift those people up? Watching Netflix with my boyfriend while my girlfriend does my nails is not one of those ways in which I plan on accomplishing that. Instead, at the end of the week, it's very important for traders to decompress, get their thoughts out, improve, see what they need done, almost like a maintenance. The best things in life are always maintained. Look at the professional athlete, whose coach's job is to maintain them, pull them off the floor, put them on the bench, just so they could rest, even if it's their best player, and even if he or she is the best option. Even in professional car racing, for those who watch NASCAR, the cars must stop at the pits, get refueled. Sometimes a new tire is put on. Other things like that to just maintain them during the race. Traders are even in more need of that because we don't come with physical exhaustion that can be seen very easily. Our brains are located inside our skulls. It's very hard to see the psychological stresses that a trader goes through. Also, it's very hard to see us sweat and look broken down on a court because that's not what trading does to us. Instead, traders feel like, maybe we're never worn down, maybe we're never beaten down. But after a long, hard week, to go into the next week refreshed, it is very important that you decompress. Doing these shows and having you join us here tonight is one way that you can decompress along with us. We go through people's problems, we go through their successes. Again, the only guru currently on Wall Street, I hope more pick up on it, that actually can discuss people's problems. I'm not here to make you drop your jaw in awe. I know that I have the most consistent room on Wall Street based on what I'm seeing. I know I'm the only person who has it in him to actually ask their members how many of them are tremendously consistently profitable, P&L wise. Other gurus don't want to do that. It might make them look bad. It might actually reveal to everybody around them that they could only help a chosen select few. Maybe there's just a few handfuls of profitable traders among the hundreds and hundreds who are just left to bleed out to death in a very unforgiving market. We don't believe that here in the Newsbeat Live Room. We believe that success is made for everyone. And me showing you my P&L might make some of the other gurus here on Wall Street upset and might cause FOMO for you, but instead, I want to focus on you, not me. That is the person who I am trying to help. I am not trying to I'm not trying to con you into a subscription service. If I did, these videos would be very simple for me. I would show you how many days I'm up, I would show you my P&L every single day, and there would be absolutely zero doubt of where you had to be as a trader. However, that's not why I am here talking to you. I am here to try to help you decompress and get psychologically on the right track. I am Mark Melnick, and welcome to our Fireside gathering. Please pause and read this entire slide. I am not responsible for anything you do. I don't care if you pass gas at the dinner table. That's not my fault, and I don't know what trades you do, but please read this and agree to it before continuing by pausing this slide and hitting play when you're done. Thank you so much. So first, we start before I go right into the S marks and talk about traders' issues, very importantly, and actually go through traders' successes and which can help the people who are struggling. I just want to give a toast to the Newsbeat Live Room who, I don't know, I mean, you guys are at least responsible for minimum $25,000 of mine this week. I just wanted to thank you for that because I get to really lean on you. I get to really lean on you guys when I need it. And you guys, just like I'm always here for you, you return it to me and you're always here for me. You guys are the best community on Wall Street. You try to lift people up around you who are struggling. You're successful. You try to share what you're doing well to help the people around you. And I'm nothing more than honored and humbled to be part of the best Wall Street community, period, bar none. So to you guys, I absolutely love each and every one of you. Oh, that's spicy. But you know what? It's spicy, but it doesn't sting. It actually doesn't sting at all. It's like it's hard and then it just chills out. Much like Disney needed to do on the 5 minute chart today a few times. It goes hard, like damn Disney chill, and then it chills out. It's just like this. All right. Um, let's go ahead and just get right into the emails. And again, we go through these emails. I'm not one of those scumbags who can show you 1,000 testimonials. I mean, I can, and I'm not a scumbag, but I'm not here to show you testimonials of traders who, wrote something nice about me and then blew out their account. I'm here to show you live, raw emails, and go over them with you. So let's go ahead and do it. And we're going to start off. Good evening. Um, try not to write your name in the beginning. My name is Person, because do you believe me that I don't vet these emails? My name is Person, and I am new to your chat room. Welcome to our family. You are a wonderful addition. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. I've been trading stocks for a year and a half without consistent profits. As of now, I lost money. Just so you know, year and a half, as of now, I lost money. It doesn't really even matter if it's a year and a half or 20 years or 30 years. Most people have this sentence when it comes to trading. That is why I do what I do. I try to change that. Currently learning your masterclass videos and understanding your chat room. Today was my first day. Thanks. And she's saying new member, accept me on Twitter. So I'm going to go ahead and send it. Please help Twitter, because we do offer a free Twitter service, and I forwarded you to the right person. And let's move on to the next email. Next email. Hi, Mark. First of all, I want to thank you for trying to help me and everyone like me in the room. Mark, I lost a lot today again, even with the 2 out of 10 conviction in Disney. So you might be saying here, like, 2 out of 10? That sounds pretty low. I have very high standards. I don't run a bullshit scan and throw 30 names at you, tell you to take all of them, and hope you can all micromanage them effectively. I am extremely, I'm like one of those hard asses when it comes to actually giving conviction, because if I give conviction in something, it means I like it and I like it a lot. It's very important for me to do something like this. So, just if you didn't know what he's talking about, I rarely give any names. I show what's on the 9 charts I have, but I show my one favorite name of the day, and that happened to be Disney. And I give a little note. I tell you to trade what you do best. I write something new every day. A lot of the words are a lot of similar things a lot of times, like news flow is king. And yeah, so Disney long 2 out of 10 was my favorite play today. So when he says 2 out of 10, you'd be like, huh? Just wanted to clarify for those watching. My first trade in a while following you with the room on Disney. First, I didn't know when we got in. All right, so first of all, I can't legally ever tell you I can't use the word we. You basically know when I'm getting in because you should know how to front run. If you're trying to predict when I'm getting in, it's basically a front run strategy, which I share with you for free. I show you exactly. There's a video that I do called front running, and I show you how to front run the algorithms, the robots before the volume comes in, and how I take advantage of it. And not only that, I also show you the strategies in which I'm looking to show you where the trigger is, where I feel the robots are going to buy in with volume. First, I didn't know, and by the way, 95% of all trades, in my opinion, some people say lower numbers, some higher. I believe 95% of all volume is done robotically and not by human beings. First, I didn't know when we got in, and by the time I realized I should have been in, Disney was just ready to come down against my calls. So we actually make it very easy to follow. Um, once you get acclimated, it's very easy to follow. I literally usually start out with this. And you'll notice I do it almost every time. Hey guys, how many of you guys like the Disney Mark 1? And how many times did I say that today? So usually when I say that, people type in Disney and they see that it's a bullish play, or they see that I feel it's a bullish play, and they usually, in my opinion, and again, I don't know what's happening behind people's computers, it's a random guess, they usually get ready to buy it. How many people do that here in the Newsbeat live room when I'm like, do you guys like this Mark 1? Do you type in the symbol and you're pretty much ready to buy it with a click of the button? Is that common for you guys? That's what I do. I can't talk and everybody in the room is like, yes, 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 11, 11. Yeah, everyone's saying yes right now. So usually, sometimes you'll have like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds to set up an order where you could just press one button to enter. And if you're using my setup, yes, it's that easy to just press one button to enter and press one button to exit. Just saying. So already I could see what you're doing wrong. You didn't know, so because you're not front running, if you don't know when we got in, you're supposed, if you want to follow my front running methodology, if that's something you're looking to do, I buy in before the trigger every single time. The point of a trigger, and many people F up on this, and they actually buy after it triggers. And that's one of the biggest mistakes I see traders do. You have to buy it prior to the trigger. Otherwise, what's the point of trying to outpace the algos? They'll be faster than you. Robots are faster traders than you. You have to just be smarter than them. Be at the place first. By the time I got out, I lost $1.30 on it. Would it be possible that you let us know when you are in before you call the trigger? Here's the problem with this. So that's used to be how I ran the room. What I realized was I was hurting people because what happened was people would just wait to hear me say I'm buying something. It would go through the microphone. We have a super fast VTF. Let's even say a quarter of a second later, you hear it. Your body interprets it, maybe takes you half a second to a second and a half. And then you go ahead and you buy it. You send your order through your system. Maybe that's another second, two or three. And all of a sudden, you lost on time because you just want to blindly follow, which is fine. You could do whatever you want. I can't tell you that's right or wrong. I know there are people who do that and make a lot of money, but that's the point, to give you the speed. And by doing that, I was actually hurting the room. You see, even though my P&L is consistent and I make money now practically every single day, I'm not one of those gurus who thinks my shit doesn't stink. I have to keep improving. I have to keep getting better for you guys. And this is actually one of the ways I improved myself. And I continue to grow and evolve. I'm a better guru than I was last year and the year before. And the year before, I was a better guru than the year before that. And I'm improving and I'm not perfect. And if you're watching this, I'm not pretending that I'm perfect. But look at any other guru. How many of them are going over struggling emails right now at night? It's easy to, be laying in bed, watching TV right now, huh? I can get out, but I don't know when to get in. Watch the front running video. It would really help a lot for most of us who can't get in on these front runs, so our entry price isn't bad due to lateness. The whole point, yeah, this is where you're not getting it. Does anyone have the front run video in chat that can link it right now, the front run video, so I could just, I believe he's watching, but I just want to make sure that he has the video and everyone else here. Can you guys share the front run video for me in chat? So he's saying, and we give our strategies for free. Again, I'm not nickel and diming you with subpar education by a so-called, by a so-called educator or so-called teacher or so-called person who's really not qualified to, barely qualified to pour you a stiff drink is the person who's actually trying to teach you how to trade. So, all right. All right. So there's a couple videos there on front running. Going to go ahead and if you're in the chat right now, you should watch it and you should watch it very carefully. You should watch it very carefully because the whole point of making sure you don't get a bad price due to lateness is understanding the front run. Why do you think the majority of the room says that they are extremely consistently profitable, P&L wise? Because they understand exactly what I'm doing. And I'm basing it just based on this, just so we're clear. I don't like empty things. Still, ask your guru here. Ask your guru here in any other room service you're on because they have polls out there on Wall Street. Ask them to ask their members, are you finding tremendous P&L, not P&L, tremendous P&L consistency with my plays? And I have the largest room here at T3, just so we're clear when I'm asking these questions. I know you see 75-25. Believe me, more than 4 people answered. Okay? That's why. Because those people understand how to front run. And I even gave you free education videos how to do it. So when you're saying you can't get in on these front runs, that doesn't make sense to me. You can obviously buy and sell a stock. Why wouldn't you buy and sell a stock on a front run? And maybe you have a good reason. I can't tell you to buy or sell a stock legally, but why wouldn't you on a front run as opposed to doing it late? So if you're late, that's on you, my brother. And I think when you watch those videos, I believe it's going to fix this mentality, but watch the videos and you tell me what you think. Okay, Mark, my other problem is when I take a loss, I can't get back in unless I know it's high conviction as previous. We literally explain my methodologies are very, very consistent. Again, I will boast the most consistent trading room here, and yes, there are people who are failing, and look what I'm doing now to help them. Talking to somebody like you who is struggling right now. When you take a loss, you can't get back in. Like, I don't even know what that means. So basically, you're saying you have a psychological block, and your psychological block is that you have no confidence, and you have no confidence because you're not consistently profitable. You need to build your confidence up from the ground up. You think I have confidence in these plays? You think I have confidence, like, high, not confidence, I'm sorry, high conviction is your words. You think I have high conviction in these plays? I didn't really have high conviction in practically any play today. Doesn't mean you can't make tens of thousands of dollars, thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars on ideas that aren't high conviction. My strategies work. Don't take my word for it, take the majority's word for it. I seem to have psychological toxicity that I can't shake off after losing one trade. I agree with this. This can be a problem that I might not overcome, right? That is also psychological toxicity. I have never met anyone who, if they do the right things, can overcome psychological toxicity. I do so many psychology videos. Psychology is the number one most important thing of trading. And I know it sounds weird because you think it's math, and so many traders like it's math and it's a zero sum game. And it's like, no, it isn't. Trading is not a zero sum game. Yes, it is. People buy at a price, somebody's selling at the price, somebody's buying at the price. It's a zero sum game. And I'm like, all right, really? Really? Really, Albert Einstein? Okay. Commissions. Huh? Yeah, commissions. Do you pay for options? Zero sum game? Do you pay for stock? Is somebody else paying for stock? Of course. Someone is. You're telling me it's a zero sum game? How about your electric bill for the trader? Is that also inclusive of the zero sum game? Trading is not based completely on mathematics. Mathematics is actually the smallest part of trading. Any imbecile could click a button. You know what? You know how I try to, go about my day? I'm pretty much doing click, 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 click. That's all I'm doing. I'm just looking at the click. Okay, click. Guys, you like this Mark 1? Okay, click. Still holding. I think it's going to go here. Okay, guys, I'm out. Click. Trading is not difficult if you have the right setup, if you have the right psychology. You're obviously at a point without the right psychology. Why would you think you might not overcome it? I mean, I've been sharing, for example, my front run videos for a while now. I don't even believe you watched it. And if you did, what is your question on the video that's making you think that you're getting in late? I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I answered it to you in an email, and I want to, by answer, I just gave you the links to the videos in an email, and I hope that addresses it. I'm also slow. I never fall for this one. Click, click. Hey guys, do you guys like the Disney Mark 1 today? Okay, DIS enter. All right, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. All right, guys, it's getting close. This is the level. Let's say $50 is the level in stock XYZ. The stock's at 49.80, 49.85, 49.90, 49.95. Click. 50, 50, 10, 50, 25, 50, 30. Click. And that's what I did all day on Disney. Not little, scammy princesses, dark pool getaway. I was doing it on Disney, just so we're clear. Disney that had 87 million shares traded today, the largest for the entire year by far. That's what I was doing it in it. Not any of these little scam $5, $10, $15 names which traders get lured to because they're cheap and, has the guru jump in ahead of them full of shit when they actually disclose when they're actually in it, is already up money and is scalping in and out of that thing 100 times, banking on his entire service. Does that sound familiar? So going back, I don't. Are you really slow? I don't think that's an excuse. What are you doing that's slow? I overthink before I hit the button searching for why the trade might be risky. Sure, you don't have any confidence. Go in paper trading, start front running, trying the Mark 1. I recommend you paper trade. I recommend you do demo mode trading and see for yourself if it's something you could do utilizing my strategy. I have never really met somebody who has my layout, has my videos, knows the strategy. It's almost inevitable success if you could get yourself to that point that I'm finding right now, which is crazy to say running a chat room. And again, don't take my word for it. Demo account and prove it to yourself. Me telling you something shouldn't derive your confidence. Then I'm late on top of late because you're sitting there and you're overthinking. That's a very big problem. That's a very big problem when you sit there and you overthink something because you're so afraid of the painful loss that you freeze. You can't even hit the button. It's not that you're overthinking. You're just scared. It's not that you're slow. You're scared. And you have a good reason to be because you're losing money. This is totally my fault. Who gives an F whose fault it is? I'm not here to point a finger at you. Do you think I really care if it's your fault or my fault or our fault? I'm just here to help you. I don't care whose fault it is. But how do I fix it? I just told you the answer. Demo account, paper trade, build up your confidence from the ground up again. I had trouble following your trades as I was afraid. There you go. You are scared. Exactly. This is true. Not all the other things you said, this line right here. And didn't know where you gone on at the time you did. Watch the front run videos I showed you. That's your answer. Wish we could see a signal on your screen from your clicks of a button. That would be too late. No, you don't want to see that. Sometimes when the market's slow, I even tell you the level, which if it breaks, I'll front run. If there's a trigger at 50 and the market's not moving super fast, a lot of times I'll say, all right, guys, if it breaks like 49.85 or 49.90, I'm going to try to front run this thing. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. You can't pigeonhole yourself into this is what I'm going to do. That's not going to help you to see my buttons click. But since you don't understand what I'm doing and the majority of the room is doing, in my opinion, it's kind of hard for you to know because you didn't watch the free videos in which I gave you, which educate you and give you good education. And if you did, what on the videos don't you understand? Then we'll have a different conversation that could get you to that next level. Then, when the trade is wrong, I won't be a more expensive entry to get out. I don't think, no, I disagree with that. Mark, I'm in a hurry now. You just got into the room and I have such trouble writing this email. Please help me with the psychology and entry. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, sir. I got nothing but a lot of love for you. I got nothing but a lot of love for you. Watch the video, my brother. Come back to me, paper trade. Let's start from the ground up again, and then tell me where you're having trouble after that. It's not that you're slow. It's not that you're late. You say, I'm overthinking and I'm scared. Exactly. And you're not, it's not that you're overthinking. So you're scared to press the button. And I understand why. This market has been brutal to you. Boof mail. Hello, Mark. Thanks for the week. A bit difficult towards the end, but will probably make the good days feel all that much better when they come around. I took a $1,500 loss today from a $5,000 loss. All good. I'm just ready for next week. I'm going to Santa Cruz Island tomorrow to detox from everything. Santa Cruz Island. Is there going to be somebody Russian there with you? I don't know. It's just a guess. Who knows? Never go to Santa Cruz Island with somebody Russian. I haven't made that mistake, but insert a different place here with a Russian girl, and that was my mistake. I'm just ready for next week. All right. I wanted to ask you just one trading question. All right. For super spread names with low volume, like a Roku today, do you ever front run with the trigger in between the bid and ask? It's usually a bad idea. I know exactly what you're saying because usually when you get to that point, the fills tend to be really bad. So what Boof is asking here is if you have like a wide spread like on a Roku and there's $150 on the bid and $151 on the offer, but the trigger is $150.50. At that point, do you front run? The answer is no. And you should know this answer, but I'm going to answer it anyway because I actually mentioned it in the front run video. You always have to watch the ask. You always have to make sure the ask is lower. So if the ask is above $150.50, if it's at 150.50 or higher, you can't execute a front run even if it didn't trigger yet. It's a good question. Do you ever front run the trigger in between the bid and ask? For example, maybe Tesla or Disney move so fast, I would front run with the trigger maybe 10 or 20 cents away from the ask. No, that's fine to do it 10 or 20 cents away from the ask. It's just not okay if the trigger is in between the bid and ask, where the ask is higher than the trigger. But with these crazy dollar spread names, and I don't like Roku right now. Roku is not my thing right now. I know you still have like a crush on it, and it's just like, just bite the bullet and ask her out already, bro. You keep like flirting with her, and I'm just like, damn, Boof could do better than that. He could be watching something else as opposed to that Roku over there. That's my thoughts every time. Will be past the trigger while the bid is still 25 or 50 cents. The ask will be past the trigger. Yeah, so this is a mistake. This is a mistake. I believe that's a mistake because then you're not if your goal is to execute a front run strategy, the ask always has to be below the trigger level, no matter how spread the name. So like even on Amazon, I'll give you a perfect example today. So Amazon, you called out a Mark 1 and I took some contracts before the ask was at the trigger, and then the ask was like 2 points above the trigger and I'm in it. And the bid's coming up, but it never triggered. And then it started heading down before it triggered, and I'm like, I'm already up like $1 on these calls, and the stock didn't even trigger. Sell. That's why you can't do it like that. I hope you have fun in Santa Cruz, bro. Have a good time. I know you had I know you had a decent week overall, even though I know you felt it could have been better. But that's a very valuable lesson. Hey Mark, here are my trades today. Also, I watched the S Mark yesterday. I tried really hard to stop at 10 a.m. I even set my platform to log off at 10 a.m. the night before and had an alarm set on my phone as an extra reminder. I stayed an hour longer, better than before, but will get better. Still didn't work. Even though I stayed longer, I made sure to be patient if I was going to get into anything. I think what I did helped because I stayed the extra hour. I kept having to move the time forward 5 to 10 minutes on my platform before it logged off, and my alarm kept going off because I purposefully clicked snooze so that it would still remind me 5 minutes later that I'm breaking my rules. I ended up logging off my platform. See how hard it is to pull a trader away from their actual screen? Some traders have a lot of issues with that. And the point, if you're watching this on YouTube and you don't know what's going on now, what happens? What happens is that traders trade best during certain hours. For the majority of traders I met, they lose money after 11 a.m., between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. And look at your own results. You tell me if this is true for you or not. So what I've been, telling traders is maybe you should consider trading during your most optimal times, and I think this is what he's doing here. I ended up logging off my platform in the Newsbeat live room and made myself busy. I ended up coming back within the last hour to watch the action, but made sure to have my laptop I used to trade away from me and shut off so I would not break my rules. To be honest, we both know it's a habit I have to really fight for me to progress. Honestly, I'm not sure what you would be able to do to stop me. Hmm. I mean, maybe give me access to your computer and I'll hit the power button for you. I'm not offering that, by the way. I couldn't do that for you, but that would be one way for sure. Maybe somebody you love. Just a thought. Besides for me, maybe I gotta message you in the chat at 10 p.m. and you tell me to leave the room. Something that hit me was I remember you said although I made a couple cents in the morning yesterday, that it's actually $1,000 I'm making. That would be a dream. I do feel like I know what I'm doing with these trades, but still in this twilight zone, like everything except my results are outside of that box. I fund an account and I'm down so big it's tough to get it back before I blow up again. I never developed that cushion I need to size up. You have to develop you have to be consistently profitable. Once you're consistently profitable, it's not even my opinion about a cushion, it's just about faith in your own abilities, and we need to get you there before you even use the word size up. Like even if like somebody put $10 million in your account, you wouldn't be ready to size up. So don't I think you're misconstruing what's needed here slightly, but I hear what you're saying. Also, I feel that I sell too quickly and don't allow a trade to move up or down to make a larger profit. Yes, I know I'm supposed to cut losers and winners short. Maybe because I have only used one contract, so I don't have the luxury to sell 80 to 90% of a trade, so maybe not. Okay, so when I'm in that situation, I just sell 100% personally. I just don't get how Newsbeat Live members trade these small accounts with options like I wish the size of my losers were the actually my profits. I don't know what this sentence means. Hold on. I just I just don't get how Newsbeat Live members trade these small accounts with options. Period. Like I wish the size of my losers were actually my profits because then I'd be able to get some headway. Like I'm just going through money like no tomorrow. I don't want to be in that place mentally. I was before I took the break from the room, and it feels like Groundhog Day. I know if I was making money, I would be in a different headspace, but damn, losing and trading like this just gets to me sometimes. I can't wait to be out of this twilight zone, but it just sucks right now. Also, I don't think it's that I'm bored when 10 a.m. comes. It's that I'm afraid of missing a big move on a name that can get my account up for once for the day or in general so I can be less financially stressed out. Thanks for listening, Mark. I appreciate you. Here are the trades for today. Okay, I'm just gonna Screenshot it and blow it up so if there's anybody on YouTube or Facebook watching, you can see it easily. Uno momento, por favor. Let's take a look at what you're doing here. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. So immediately, yes, I did take losing overnight yesterday, and that's your AMD. You are not. You can do whatever I can't legally tell you what to do. This is what destroyed your whole day. And then, where did this come from? Qualcomm? All right, maybe it made sense. I have to see. You did not share the strategy. You said Mark call out bottom was late. You bought Qualcomm at 948. Yeah, I said if it broke the next 1 minute breakout, you would get a pop right over here. But that was between 947 and 948, like on this candle as it broke 148.11. And if you scalped it, it would have worked. And I didn't take that trade, but you bought in at 948.24 because you're afraid of missing that trade. Then you sold out at 950 right over here after it just kept flushing down. You just sat there and you looked at it as it flushed. So right away, like just to start off your day, I'm going to give you you could do whatever you want. This is, just my 2 cents here. So what happens is you took two trades right over here. And yeah, I was in the AMD overnight. It was a very minor trade. And I get it, you lost like $27. Fine. I mean, I probably lost a little bit more than that. But look, you know, when you showed me your results, I already saw that the C strategies were best. None of this were the C strategies. You just did some random bullshit, the way I see it, for the position you're in now. Yes, I did this, but for me, the AMD was not random bullshit. I have money, lots of consistent money to show for my overnight calls. You're not there yet. Yet, you don't even want to work as much as you think you do. You want to just come in and get paid right away. You want that good feeling. You're chasing that high. And yes, AMD could have easily worked, and it was still outperforming the market overall on the gap this morning. I get it. But here's my point. This wasn't a C strategy, nor was this. Yet, you still by doing these trades, you come in, you're down $64.23 before the day even begins. Like as the day is beginning, you're down 64.23. Then you hop on board the Disney train. You claim that there was a 953 Mark 1 here. And you're buying the 170 calls that expire all right. Not a bad strike, I believe. But let's take a look. You went ahead, you bought Disney at 953. Oh, right over here on this bar. I see that. I respect that. To me, that's a good loss. And you got stopped. I can respect that. But when did you sell? You sold shortly after. This, believe it or not, for me, is so far besides just P&L wise, that's your best trade of the day at this point of the day. Then you went ahead but again, you're still in this net right now. You're in an ultra toxic place. You're 0 for 3 starting the day, and you really only opened up. You only really did one trade. Then you tried Disney again at 954. Wait, you did another Disney trade right afterwards. 954. Oh, right over here. You know what? I can actually respect that. And yeah, you didn't make a lot. I could actually respect that trade. And just so we're clear, don't like that trade, don't like that trade. Now you said you did a know your limit 8 at Disney, which you bought at 10:06:45. Just want to make sure at this point that you're even doing the methodologies correctly. 10:06:45. Huh? Oh, went up, and then you missed this. Hmm, I see. Okay. I see the good intentions there. I think I made money. And then let's just pull out my trusty calculator. Just want to show you something. But psychologically, your day ended after these first two trades. You did it overnight, which I personally wouldn't be doing in your situation. You could do whatever you want. But you did it overnight and you're not focusing on the one thing you do best. And that's something that we had the discussion on for a while. And for whatever reason, you don't want to do the one thing you do best. But I do want to show you something. And I'm not going to go over all your trades here. But I did go over some of them because I already know you're psychologically toxic at this point from the morning. Plus 1013. Plus 313. Plus 413. Plus 513. Plus 813. Plus 0.33. Your day should have looked like this. Down $3.47. That's what your day, in my opinion, should have looked like. Instead of being down $3.47, you tacked on another $64.23 of losses. When you could have just had literally a flattish day on a day like today. I just want to look at this thing. Chase to day highs. 10:08:30 you bought it. I just want to double check that. All right. I could sort of see that trade, the chase to day highs. But again, like chase to day highs isn't one of my C strategies. So let me explain it to you because this is going to resonate with you. Like for me, I might have lost a little, made a little, but then made when it actually went again because I'm doing that. For you, you're not there yet, but that's okay. Let me tell you right now, if you just focused on the C strategies, not Mark hold bottom out, Mark's overnight, chase today highs. Know your limit 8 trigger? That's a C strategy. Mark 1, know your limit 8, know your limit 8. Good, good, good. Mark call out today highs. Sorry, so you did tag it again. Also not a strategy. Yes, I know, you made money. In my opinion, bad move. Know your limit 8, know your limit 8. Mark 1, know your limit 8. All strategies I use. Right over here. All strategies I use. The rest over here, these four trades, bullshit, and you effed up. And just so we're clear, if you didn't do any of these non-C strategies, which are simple, effective, easy strategies, you would have had a positive day. Because you could have added on between these two trades, was it another $5.74? You could have added another $5.74. You would have had a very minor up day. All you had to do was do the simple, effective, easy strategies. So really, when you're sitting there, when you're like, I don't know how these members do it, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, I'm telling you, I can see what you do well. I'm shocked you don't see it. Or maybe you do, and maybe you just needed to hear me say it, which in that case, I'm honored to sit here and focus on this email. You would have made money, and This is for most traders that I meet, that they just, and this is off the all these strategies are the free education I give you. The rest is other things. And look, there are people who are doing really well on our overnights. And there are people, and I don't even know, because the Qualcomm worked, and you were just like late. You were just like stupid late on that one for some reason. I can't even begin to imagine why you were late on that one. But oh, I know you point out that you were late, but you're doing something. You know why you were late? Because of this. The first trade, you came in down money. You were in a shit mood. Right now, you are more psychologically fragile than me. Me, I practically make money every single day. Practically. And my winners are stupidly larger than my losses. Stupidly larger. Am I boasting? F no, I'm not. But I'll tell you what I am doing. I'm pointing out that you and I are on a different psychological platform right now. And I was exactly where you are, maybe even lower than where you are at one point in my career. That's why I can understand and relate to you. You are in a psychologically harmful position. I'm the director of trading psychology at T3. And if you just focused on the C strategies, you would have an up day. Doing the same shit you're doing, except your day would be up. I got an idea. I think, in my opinion, I'm not giving you advice. I'm not telling you to trade. I would never tell anyone to day trade. In my opinion, if you just tried this and not chase today highs, and this is good how you label them because now I know how to help you. If you didn't label it, I'd have no idea. I'd be like, I don't know. If you're not willing to do the work, how can I help you how can I guide you? I don't know but I know exactly what you did. And if you just did this, if you just did this, you would have a green day. Instead, you had to claw back from all the bullshit from this. And that's why you're down money. Next week, I want you to consider what I told you. That's all I can legally tell you. I want you to consider what I told you. Hi, Mark. I'm back on track after my rough patch last week. This was my best week ever. $14,978 and green every day. You often say that traders are defined by how they handle losing days, and this week I took that message to heart. Got back to basics, what the previous email should do as well. Very healthy. By following my rules and tearing down massively as soon as I made a healthy profit in the morning. Yep. I've been coming back to the room after writing to do micro tier scalps and egging Boof's house. And feel like I'm starting to get the. That's not nice tag Boof's house, bro. That's honestly kind of messed up. But and feel like I'm starting to get the hang of late morning and afternoon trading. I definitely think any trader that is struggling should stop at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as it is much more challenging later in the day. Thank you for reinforcing that. That being said, I'm enjoying adding skills to my trading toolkit, and it's fun to hang with you and the usual suspects in chat. My fiance Phyllis has been watching your shows with me for a while now, and after paper trading for a month, she's going live. Hey, look, this is so common here because this is why we're the largest room here at T3 because we have organic growth. Because what's happening is people like you are blasting it, becoming successful, and bringing other people into the room. See how that works? And I don't have to tell you, everybody in this room is family. I'm going to take her and do whatever I can to help her get to that level. And I'm sure you're going to do everything you can to get her to that level. I know the room members are split as to whether or not trading with your wife, husband, partner is a good idea. My advice is don't do it in the same room. And I know for some people that's not an option. I get it. My opinion is not do it in the same room. Honestly, I have a lot of pressure on me that I handle easily because I've been doing it for so long. It'll be kind of weird when your wife walks by and you're in the middle of a trade and you see, or your fiance in this case, and you see like somebody at the corner of your eye like walking by. It literally registers in your head while you're trading. My opinion is if you do this, different rooms as per order of the Melnick. But honey, I want to trade next to you. No, Melnick said no, sweetheart. No. Mm. Go ask Melnick. If he says yes, I'll do it. Just throw me under the bus. I don't give enough. I'll be like, hey, Phyllis. No. How else can I help you? But I figure the worst that can happen is I end up sleeping in and eating bonbons in bed while she makes us millions. Well, she is a female, so that is a very more likely scenario. She batted 7 for 9 today. I attached. Oh, she already started. Holy shit. Ah, she batted 7 for 9 today. I attached her P&L. Love you, brother. Thanks for all you do. I want to see it. Oh my God. Let's see. All right. So that's you. Um, you know, smacking Tesla like it owes you something. Apparently did. Very nice, consistent numbers here. Nice little $2,900 day for you. Well played. And what do we have here? We have your weekly P&L. Look at that. Love it. That's what consistency looks like. Build, 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 build. Such a sweet P&L. Congratulations, brother. And let's see what Phyllis's P&L looks like. Ah! Nice. She tried the Fastly. That was a hard trade. She tried the Twitter made, and she effing crushed Disney with us. You go, girl. Good job. Um, uh, that's really nice. She followed everything that we're doing. You went a little. I mean, no, the 175 calls were good at that point, actually, at that time. I think you did. I could just see the names you traded here. You took the loss on Fastly. I took a loss on Fastly today as well. I think you did very good overall, and I could see that you probably have my layout, CT's layout, and you know your layout as well. So keep up the great work. It's such a beautiful thing, and beautiful email. All right. Wanting to throw up. Before I get to this email, ooh, that's spicy. It's not that spicy. It's just delicious. Mark, one of my worst days emotionally. Really, I wanted to puke. Thought I did one thing and totally jumped the gun. I bought Disney at the open, a one and done, but it shot down. You bought Disney at the open, a one and done. Buying at the open isn't a one and done, but let me. What? No, 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 no. Okay. I just want to be clear before I can. I'm going to read your entire email, brother. This is not a one and done. Okay. It's not a one and done. And I'll show you why. Not only that, one and dones, I haven't been doing them recently. Just want to be clear. Choose any Newsbeat name that gaps up. Check. Wait for the first 1 minute bar to close. Check. The next time a current candlestick trades higher than a prior candlestick high, go long. Not check. Set stop at the low of that prior candlestick. This is your maximum loss. Not check. Tip: make sure the first bar is caps, bold, and color changed green. Note colors based on open versus close. Not check. Tip: make sure the exponential 8 moving average and the VWAP are below the candle you're trying to buy through. Check. Take your profits. All right. So you completely disregarded the tip 5. So just so we're clear, why am I bringing this up? So there's no confusion on your end, because you're saying you bought Disney at the open, a one and done. That's not a one and done. That's just you buying at the open. I did it again in a hole. I'm not sure what that means, but I'll look at. I know you have some attachments. Hopefully you'll be able. Hopefully I'll figure that out. First trade Thursday. Fastly down $700 in the first 10 minutes. First trade Wednesday. Boeing and Beyond and hit in the head. I held Disney going down. Thought it would bounce at 50%, but I bailed and then it turned up. This is just completely not the way I trade. I am not sitting there. You want to know the way I trade? Even though it's kind of funny because I want to sort of say that my thoughts don't count. But when I say things and I'm like, all right, guys, this stock should go through this level, I think. I'm not in it or whatever. Usually I'm right. But still, it's not that my thoughts don't count. It's that I don't give an F about my thoughts, whether they worked or not. Something's either happening where it's giving it to you. That's where the simple, effective, easy strategies come in. That's why the majority of the people here can find success. Because, yes, I'm not telling you to not think. I'm telling you just follow the effing rules and then think all you want. That's all it is. But when you're at the point where I held Disney going down, thought it would bounce. It did. But at 50%, whatever that is, you lost half the value of your options, I guess. I bailed, and then it turned up. Yeah, Disney was a pain in the ass. And you want to know where I made all my money in Disney today? You want to know where I made all my money? I'll bring it to a 5 minute here. You want to know where I made all my money in Disney today? This is where after it started going through the first 5 minute high. After. And you saw it even, not to bring her up, but Phyllis, CT's fiance, lucky CT, was making money here after it broke through the first 5 minute high. And she didn't give an F about this move. I didn't give an F about this move. Some people did. I was not one of them. I looked around. I couldn't find any Fs to give. Is there any Fs around here? I don't see any of them. Because I don't give an F what I think. My thoughts are worthless when it comes to doing a trade. But for you, they weren't worthless because that's why you held. So you actually put some weight behind them. So I shorted Tesla. Whoa! And held it as it bounced up before it went down. Where did you short Tesla? I'm serious. I honestly believe you're just randomly trading based on a preconceived notion from a prior dipshit who instilled a failing methodology inside your brain. That's what I believe. I believe whatever prior service you're in had such a hold of you that that's what you decided to do as a trader. That's my opinion right now because I'm looking at Tesla here and it's like I, I don't know. What was there what was it in Tesla that got you excited to short it? Like what rule? Do you have a consistent rule? I think the answer is no, but I don't. Trading isn't supposed to be a masochist dream. I have lost nearly $10,000 in over a month. My trading account is just over 2 grand, and I need to ask Booth how we turned 1,500 to handing out bundles of C notes. Mark, how do I do this? All right. To be fair here, I failed you because I was telling you when you do the C strategies from what you showed me, and it's my opinion, and do whatever you do. I was looking at the simple, effective, easy strategies, and I felt if you just ignored all these stupid bullshit overnights and all these stupid bullshit, your thoughts and whatever, and you just focused on the C strategies, I saw an animal in you, like an absolute animal trader. But for whatever reason, it's just like I never was able to resonate with you. You want to know? I'm going to answer your question. How did Booth turn $1,500 into handing out a bunch of C notes? How does he do it? He follows the C strategies we do. He follows all the education I give and nothing else. You buying Disney off the open? Not my C strategy. You shorting Tesla? Not my C strategy. You holding Tesla? Definitely not my exit strategy. Mark, how do I do this? I really don't want to tank. I have to be able to resonate with you to do what you do best. This is from what I see, and disagree with me. It's just my opinion. I can't tell you what to do, and I wouldn't tell you what to do. Overnights are not your forte. Buying random shit off the open and praying that it shoots up is not your forte. Shorting Tesla because you're trying to make your money back after doing two things you're not good at because you're upset that you're down money is not your forte. It's not about making your money back. It never was. You want to know how you get to that next level where you're making real money? You don't give a shit about the money, you only care about the methodology. That's the answer. That's the end. That's how you make real money, is you don't care about the money. How can I not care about the money? I'm this. You have people who are just focused on becoming green. And even the email with the person who took the AMD overnight. Same thing. Focus on the C strategies. That's what you do best. These C strategies that I've created, I have found that the vast majority of traders could do effectively. It's not education that just I can do. I see all these dipshit gurus where 98, 97, 96% of the people who take their courses can never make it as a trader. And even after that, those traders will eventually burn out quickly from the psychological toxicity. That's what I've realized. All these people with their 2-to-1 bullshit where you make two, lose one, bat 50%, make three, lose one, bat 50%. I mean, have you read Kamen vs. Tversky, 1979, from the American Psychological Association, published one of their studies? Have you read that? It basically says that for every losing trade, you are suffering 2.5 times as more as when you win with the same amount of money. So if you're doing a 2-to-1 risk reward, that is why that guru is blowing up his room and destroying lives around him or her. See how that works? Literally. That is what is happening. And just like the person who was lost on the AMD, like, Mark, I don't know how to do this. I'm slow. I'm scared. I'm this. I'm this. I'm this. I'm looking. I'm like, son of a lovely mother. This person can make effing money if he just focused on the FNC strategies. What kind of other bullshit is he listening to? And there are traders who I respect who they'll take like, here are my positions, and they'll show you like 10 longs and 10 shorts and this. And I'm like, you're effing Superman. 99.9% of traders are not comfortable with more than one position. Period. Yes, period. That's an effing Superman. People I respect. People I think are great. and they come in, they spit 10 overnights at you and 10 strategies. I'm like, this mother father is going to blow up 90 plus, 95% plus, 98% plus of the people around him or her. And I think that every time because it's effing true. And I've been around the block. I've been around the block. I've been broadcast. I've been running these rooms. I'm one of the pioneers. 13 years. One of. T3 was virtual trading room is actually a registered trademark of T3. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's not just a random VTF, is whatever, just an acronym, but like virtual trading floor is actually a registered trademark of T3. And that's where I started here. So most people can't do that. So when I see all these people with these like, oh, I gotta, take this and 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 look, I made money. The market's just doing it, having its way with you. That's all that's happening. And yes, there are people who manage them well, and I'll sell this and I'll hold this and I'll sell that, and that's look. Let me ask you guys right now. What do you think? Talk about trading rooms with more than 200 people, let's say. What percentage of traders and other services do you think are finding success, in your humble opinion? Really? So what I did was, when I create, and this is going to help you, and hopefully what I tell you right now and explain this to you is going to help get you to that next level right now. And maybe you guys in the Newsbeat live room didn't know, maybe definitely you guys on YouTube and Facebook, or maybe you did, or maybe you do know this. Do you know the C strategies were the first part of every simple, effective, easy strategy taken into consideration wasn't consistency, but actually psychological toxicity? Do you realize that was the number one objective of those strategies? How many of you guys knew that? The fact that they work only come afterwards. It's the number one, and I'm glad, and I love the people like, I didn't know that right now, saying 22. That's the number one point of the strategy, to heal the psychology. What you don't know is you guys were actually my test subjects. I know that sounds kind of like malicious and evil, but it's actually pure good and blissful. I actually said, you know what? I'm in a service where I'm offering people help. 90% of the people, 85%, I was doing pretty good. I was still, doing well, but 90% on some years of people would leave my service. Not over 90% of the people would leave my service after a year. How weird. I could flash my panties, show them what's underneath the hood, and I'll make money, but why are so many people leaving? And these dipshit, evil, scumbag gurus on Wall Street, they don't give an F about that because they know that there's going to be so many marketing dollars coming in that if you fail, either swipe your card right here and take this service or buy this bullshit mentorship or this bullshit seminar or this bullshit education course or F off. There'll be more. There'll be more, and it's like, and it's. I coined the term the revolving door effect when it comes to this. In this industry, I coined it, where there's a huge spinning door, and it's spinning like 100 miles an hour, and there's a huge line of marketing dollars coming in, and there's an equal line coming out, and you just keep that door spinning as much as you can, and that's how these rooms exist and survive. That's why all these rooms on Wall Street, they basically remain the same size until you really jack up the marketing. You jack up their marketing budget. And then as soon as you stop the marketing budget, the room is just like boom, boom. It just gets like decimated like every single month. It's crazy. That's how it works. I've been running rooms 13 years. You think I don't know what I'm talking about? So one day I was upset at that. I was upset. I said, F, my shit sucks. Don't worry, everyone else here on Wall Street sucks too. I'm just admitting it. For the most part. I mean, some people, you'd be like, no, that person doesn't suck. He helps me. And that's good. And you should follow that person if they're really genuinely helping you. But everyone else are having their lives destroyed. And I don't think that guru is staying up at night worried about somebody who's having a hard time, like I am. And again, I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying they don't have enough time to give a shit about your problems. That's all I'm saying. And if they did, I guarantee you they can make plans to be on right now at night on a Friday with no trading tomorrow, spending their time trying to get you to the next level. So when I created all these C strategies, I did it with psychology in mind. I did it with psychology in mind. I was trying to build a strategy that would heal people psychologically from all the bullshit that they have sustained over the years. And if they're new traders, even better. That's the point of the C strategies. And then what else I did was I made it free for everyone in the room with free videos explaining it in detail how to do it. And then I literally shared my trading layout with anybody who wanted to use my software and trade on it. And then I shared my exact chart layout for everyone for free as well so they could follow along. And then I started spending more hours than anyone else here in Wall Street and T3 on Wall Street as a guru. I spend more hours than anyone in the business doing videos. Now that's mathematics for you. There's no arguing that based on minutes and hours and days and weeks and spent. And then I did that. And only then, by continuing to do these videos, continuing to do these ask marks, continuing to try to help people like in the email that are struggling, was I able to get to a point of this. And yes, no other guru on Wall Street has the balls to ask this to their room. They won't, because they're going to find that people are like, am I finding tremendous P&L? Even if I'm making money, I'm not finding tremendous P&L consistency. Yet they'll sit there and they'll tout consistency. They're all full of shit. They're all effing liars. They only give an F about one thing, and it's padding their pockets. Welcome to Wall Street. So there. Now you have a little background story. I'm entitled to my own opinion. They're entitled to theirs. I welcome them. I believe in everybody's right to share how they feel. That's how I feel. What do I know? Actions speak louder than words is what I know. So how do you do this? I just explained to you that my C strategies are here to help you psychologically. You are psychologically damaged. I think that's what you need to do. Personally, I can't tell you what to do. You're in a hard spot. I got totally lost this week, watched Tesla dropped and chickened out. Lost my nerve. Today I held a 600 put Tesla down to 598 and held it for a loss, thinking England or Congress or something would push it lower. Again, your effing thoughts, bro. I love you. You're a smart person. You're talented beyond holy shit, are you talented? Where does this come into a trade? You're thinking England or Congress or something would push it lower? You're sitting there in fantasy land. You're holding this put and it's like, if Congress comes out and says, you know what, F you, Elon Musk, we're going to destroy your life, this put's going to pay huge, so I'm going to hold it here. That's how you're thinking, my brother. And I'm saying it, and I know you're going through a psychologically hard time. Believe me, I know it. And I love you, and I would go and I would continue to go way out of my way to get you to where you need to go. And yes, I need to talk to you. I got lost in the train and I did go down negative 1200 to up 1,000 green, but ended the day 250. So even after you're down 1,200, you get to positive 1,000. You're like, F this. This doesn't make back the $10,000 I'm down. And then you end the day down. Oh my fucking God. It's killing me. Why? Because I care. And it destroys me to see you like this because I know you're better than that. How do I get my groove back? I will go crazy if I blow it, and I won't do that. Call me. I need it. Yeah, you definitely need a call. Okay. Let's see what you got here. All right. Just like, yeah. Why are you trading Roku? Anyway. put, call. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. All right. We need to talk, and my answer is literally you have to stop trading on your thoughts. You have to stop doing the things that are continuing to dig you this hole. The only way you could justify all this bullshit you've gone through would be through turning yourself around psychologically and doing what you need to do. And again, I can't tell you to continue or quit, but I can tell you I'm going to call you. Hey, Mark, after a blowout day last week in which I gave a week profits back, I came into this week only taking the best setups. See, so this person had a blowout week, and his mentality this week is, and there's no subject here, so I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. Um, and then he's like, okay, I'm only going to be trading above the first minute highs, above the 1 minute, 5 minute daily moving averages, vice versa with puts. Okay, what I preach. This week has kind of this week was kind of tough, but only taking the best setups had resulted in me having my best week. Don't you find that funny? How people had a hard week. Like same thing with CT. He has a hard week. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to basics, do what I know how to do best, and bang, he has his best week. You think that's an effing coincidence? This week was kind of tough, but only taking the best setups had resulted in me having my best week after a blowout day last week. Early morning losses was tough, but I did not let it affect my decisions, which can be hard at times. Amen. Thank you for bringing that up. This week I realized how psychology really is the main factor in trading. Yep, and that's good because most people say it, but they don't realize it until they have that aha moment. I'm having a feeling you're having that aha moment right now. If I had became toxic taking those early morning losses like I have in the past, I don't think I would have came out on top this week. Especially with a small account, there's no room for taking decent setups. Thanks for all that you do. Much love. Congratulations on bouncing back psychologically. Let that be a very important lesson to you on just really focusing on this. And once you focus on this, it doesn't matter if you make or lose money. Doesn't matter what happens, you'll be fine every time. Like I'm in just such autopilot mode in this market where I don't even realize like what I'm doing until the day ends almost. It's just like, okay, I'm just gonna look for, and I have the answers right in front of me every time of what to do. All right, this is saying ignore me. That's why this morning, when a lot of you guys were calling out names, I'm like, no, 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 no. You saw that? I was like, no. You guys were like psychologically toxic, looking for something. I felt, and I was like, nope, 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 nope. And then you focused on it for these reasons you're saying is why I was saying no. And then you had your best week. Congratulations. Shaking off the fear. Hi, Mark. Best week in months. Still very, very modest, but the feeling tone has changed dramatically. Monday, $98. Tuesday, lost to 35. Wednesday, $100 after being down 288. Thursday, 173. Friday, 150. This result at the 3 to 5 contract level comes after many months at one contract, with most days being up 20 to $50. Interspersed. Is that a word? Holy SAT, Batman. Is that a word? Interspersed? I mean, that's a great word. Yeah. Scatter among or between things or places. Nice. I just learned a new word. And they said you couldn't teach an old Melnick new words or tricks. Thanks for that one. Interspersed. Sweetheart, when you talk to me and you're asking me how my day is, your words are telling me to do chores which are interspersed with your questions. I don't know. I probably already effed it up. With most days being up 20 to 50 interspersed with a few tilty days down $100 or more. Almost entire Mark 1s, Mark 5s, know your limit in front runs. What a coincidence. You focus on the strategies, you focus on the tips, you focus on exactly what I spell out for you, and bang, look at you. I mean, I know you have, small account, whatever, but you up, what, $500? Just quick math. About $500, a little less maybe, but yeah, it's great. It's amazing how much fear and mistrust can arise trading $150 to 500 at a time, showing up as shaking, sweating, tension, crazy dark thoughts, tilting left and right. Toe. This whole way of relating to money was foreign to me and everyone in my life just 2 years ago. And so, in many ways, I have been processing not just my own fears, but those of my family and friends as well. I had a session with a hypnotherapy type practitioner last week. I realized I had a core belief that I can't win. That was running the show. Feels real, but it's not true. And suddenly I'm trading Amazon and Tesla like it's no big deal, because it isn't, if you know how to handle yourself and you just calmly execute. Thanks for continuing to provide such grounded, positive guidance in a supportive environment. On that note, big shout outs to Booth, Kelly, CT, and Harry for lighting the way with inspiring emails. I cried while trading yesterday morning. Just couldn't believe how easy it felt to rip $50 out of 3 contracts of Fastly with properly timed 10 to 15-second holds. This dream becoming real is a little too much at times. Big love. And I know this is thanks for the email to Trader, who is definitely struggling a lot, not able to get to the point of where, they needed, and just really honestly just a really beautiful email. And just again, all these people are doing different, are following the C strategies. You'll notice the people who are struggling are not doing the C strategies. Not to be that person, not to say that it's my way or the highway. I don't feel that way. But I do feel like people who struggle, they take the free strategies we show them, they follow everything that we talk about, and it's like, voila, I'm a good trader. Hey, Mark, first off, really appreciate what you do. I've been in your room maybe 2 weeks now. Not sure if you got my email since I can't make all the firesides. I work evenings as a carpenter and I'm 6 months into trading, and I'm flat. I do not use any of your strats. They obviously work, but that isn't my issue. My issue is taking the setups I see or taking profits too early. My account is small, so I hesitate when I'm seeing my setups, and most of the time see them work out exactly the way I picture them. Don't like putting on a risk a lot of times, so I'll paper trade the setup in my head, and 9 out of 10 times they do good, but knowing that I still hesitate. Reading price action comes natural to me, it seems, but having this small account I think is a huge hurdle to overcome. I'm not greedy or trying to get rich, but some things have come up in my personal life, which I also think affects me and makes me hesitate. It might. Job looking shaky, wife not really working, truck just got snatched from me. Was it like a repo or something? Or did somebody like steal it? I'm only saying these things because of the emotional side of it. Just wondering what I can do to overcome that part. Thanks a million, man. God bless. I was flat this week, by the way. Also have a hard time trading the news you announced. Not that I can't execute quick, but it does take me a minute to put all the prices together when you call them out. Hope this all makes sense and I wasn't too whiny. You weren't. Anyway, bro, thanks for all you do, man. God bless. All right, so I don't know what you are doing to get to the point of your strategies. Um, I don't I don't know. I didn't know. I don't know what strategies you're doing, which causes this taking a minute to put all the prices together. Um, I don't know what platform you're on. I would probably guess you're not using my platform with a quick layout. The fact that you're able to paper trade your strategies to build confidence, but then can execute upon them is interesting. Trading flat is obviously not where you need to be, and you're definitely feeling more pressure because somebody took your truck away. I don't know if it was a thing where you weren't making payments or whatever. And look, I don't know if you could get your truck back, but I'm assuming you're a truck driver when you say truck just got snatched from me, or is it just, I'm not sure what kind of, are you talking like one of those huge, like the ones that carry the things with like the 18 wheelers? Or are you talking like this is how I drive to the grocery store? Um, I'm sorry that you're going through a tough time right now. Um, I would be happy to try to help you get your truck back, maybe through some financial help. Um, if it's one of those situations where you need the truck for your job, and you could, reach out to me further if you would like to explore that, and let's focus on the trading part, but I'll just put that out there for you. I don't know what you're doing, and I don't know what platform you're on, but I know you're paper trading your strategies according to what you're telling me, and they work 9 out of 10 times, which is amazing. I don't know how much money you have in your account. You say you have a small account. Small is, I've seen small people with a few $100s, and I've seen small people with 30,000. It depends how you're classifying small. I know you're a brand new Newsbeat Live member. You're saying you've been in the room 2 weeks now. Um, I don't know what you're doing to break even over these past 6 months. So I couldn't give you any advice on your strategies, or I mean legally I couldn't, but I couldn't even give you feedback on them because I just simply do not know what you're doing. To me, this is more of like an introduction thing. It's an introduction email, and again, welcome to our family. And the more details you share with me, the more I'll be able to help you. I know you're going through a lot of tough times right now, and God bless you, and I wish you the best. And all I can say is, you have a new family now. Welcome. You could lean on us. The more details you give me, the more I'll be able to help you. And I just want to formally welcome you into our family. Dear Mark Melnick, I confirm I did buy the annual subscription and took advantage of the Black Friday 40% deal. I hope you didn't think I was canceling the subscription permanently at the end of this month. It was just the monthly I was canceling because I bought the annual subscription. I hope there wasn't any misunderstanding, and I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Thanks. Um, Thank you. Um, thank you for the lovely email. The truth is, when you, because your membership lasts until the end of the month, and then you signed up for the annual, I wouldn't have even known that you were doing such a thing. I wouldn't have known that you were even doing such a thing. So I appreciate you writing this because it would have definitely shocked me if I realized that you were in the service, but the truth is I wouldn't have known until the end of the month anyway. And I appreciate you actually writing that out. It does mean a lot to me, and that you cared enough because you know how much I care about the individual members of this room. You're obviously very included in that group, like everybody is, and thank you for the lovely email. and you get stuck with Boof and I another year. Hello, Mark. I've been struggling these past 2 weeks. Not too bad because I'm having green days as well. The past few months I was doing great and focused. However, in the last 2 weeks I started taking big red days. Did you start sizing up, my brother? I think because of the big goals I set out. Yep. I think because of the big goals I set out for myself, or the ways the market has been lately. Not sure. I said to myself that I want my account to get to 100,000 before taking any money out of it. That's an unhealthy way to think, in my opinion. That's a very unhealthy way to think because even though you're growing your account and whatnot, it's bad to set a goal. You know how I make each every time I make another $100,000 in my account? You know how it happens? I don't give an F about making a single penny. It's just like I'm gonna follow the rules. This is what I have to do. There are gonna be traders in the room who make a shit ton more money than me. Some of these people with their six-figure days in the room, and I'm just like, oh, you made 150,000 today. Oh, that's a nice day. I'm not on that level. I'll be the first to admit it that that's not where I am, and um, so I don't try to set these big goals. I just try to trade intelligently, and the more you do that, in my opinion, the easier you are going to be able to accomplish your goal. But I got to a point where I'm watching my balance too much. Exactly. And I think that is why I've been struggling. That is absolutely the reason that you've been struggling. I'm planning on taking amount out of the account and not worry where it will reach. I just have to trade smart and the money will come. Do you have any advice on this situation? Nothing other than what you exactly said. I like exactly what you said. I just have to trade smart and the money will come. There's nothing I can tell you. You already know the answer. You already know. Mark, I am new to the room since December 1st. I truly appreciate all that you pour into us. Last night you asked if a notification at 10:30 or 11 would help push us away from the desk. I answered honestly, I thought 22, which is how we say no in the room. 11 yes, 22 no, because it's quick and easy to press. See, we're focused on speed. I am still learning and watching your videos over and over again. Today I was doing what I do best on the side while attempting to learn from all that was going on in the room. To your point, at 10:23 a.m., the lesson you shared last night kept me from doing that one more trade, and I pushed away from my desk with 5 out of 5 winners. And if I had done one more trade like the first 5, it would have been a loser. Thanks for all you share. I appreciate you sharing with us how the last night's email resonated with you, and I really appreciate that. And that was that was very greatly appreciated. Um, so I just want to before we go, there's do you guys wanna hit up a charity like a struggling member who's been in the room for a while? Do you guys want to hit them up? I'm just going to share the email because this is a little follow through just to finish this here. It was from somebody from Israel here. And I'm not going to go through the entire email again. It was on one of the previous Ask Marks. But he's somebody who was losing money. He was trading on his cell phone out of Israel. He broke up with his girlfriend. I told him to relax and take it slow from trading. He continued trading and he was down 70% of his account. And what he did when he was down 70% of his account is that he I'll show you the email right here. He left with this note here. Really great person, and he's been in the service a while. He says I took a big loss in Tesla. He was like, he basically comes in, he lost 70% of his account. And what he did was he took the other 30% out and he donated it to Holocaust survivors like he does every month. And he even tried to leave with something positive. I mean, I think he still logs in the service, but he's not a trader or he doesn't have money because he took it out and donated. He said, "Do not ever take a loan to trade. Do not ever trade when you got bad toxic mentality like he did when he broke up with his girlfriend." He said, "Thank you, Mark Melnick. You made me a better person and I got set free today. Big, big love." So kind of more of a heartbreaking situation to me. More of a heart breaking situation for me. And again, he went through a very hard time with everything. And if you guys want to donate to him, I'm gonna donate to him. It's like I put a link in the chat for his PayPal. Um, that that's who his PayPal is. I don't know if you guys who are watching right now want to donate, but I'm gonna hit him up right now. And really good person. And again, I can't guarantee you he'll do anything, but trust me, in my opinion, he absolutely deserves a second chance. And again, really good person. My advice is don't trade on your effing cell phone ever again for as long as you effing live. I know he doesn't have a trading account now, or if he does, it's very small, or he took the money out and he donated it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over and donate money to him right now. You could even write him a message, and I'm even going to write him a little message here. And hold on. And if you guys want to donate, you could even write him a little message on that link. PayPal is saying that he can only accept it through goods and service. And let me go ahead and send him some money. Huh? All right. So I just went ahead and I sent him some money right now. And all I can say is, he's not in the room right now, but I know my phone just clicked because I sent him money. It's converting. No, it's converting it into I think shekalim. Whatever the Israeli currency is. So you guys are sending. I sent him some money. Look, you could do whatever you want with the money. I can't legally tell you to put it in a trading account and trade, even though that you know you could do whatever you want with it. Here's my advice for you. Trade the morning on a computer, follow the methodologies, log off. Just consider you're not trading on borrowed money. You don't owe anyone anything. Take the money, in my opinion, and don't donate that money to any charities. Instead, if you're going to trade, try to do it at least if you decide to use the money for that. I can't legally tell you to or to not. Um, if you're going to use the money to trade, just please do the smart thing with it. Just please do the smart thing with it. You are a great person. You are a good person. And you did a lot of stupid shit in your life. And just stop doing the stupid shit in your life. If you break up with your girlfriend who's toxic, and I say, maybe you should calm down for a week, that's not the week to blow out your account. Don't try to be smarter. That's the wrong way of putting it. Don't try to be stubborn where you need to challenge yourself to do something when you know it's hard. I know what kind of culture you live in. Israel is a effed up country. Like I remember when I was walking around Israel. First of all, when you enter the Israel, like the main Israeli international airport there, there's two guards, each with two Uzis. By the way, an Uzi, the submachine gun, is actually an Israeli gun, with two Uzis in their hand when you're going through the with your car. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, those two people could mow down an army if they needed to. So it's obviously absolutely crazy. Beautiful country. You're at a bus stop and you literally see, because there's so many soldiers there, because most people go to the army. And I know the people who don't, I don't want to get into the Israeli politics, but you'll see like a woman with a gun that's like 5 feet long, like a semi-automatic rifle that's like 5 feet long with like scope and everything. And they're just walking around like chilling, like, yeah. And you're walking around like, holy shit. It's like, I didn't expect to see that when I was going out for my morning coffee. And like, you just see people like walking around like that. So you definitely live in a very tough culture where you have to sort of like toughen up at a very young age. And I get that. I understand that. And I already put the link in chat. I'll put it again, Susan. If anybody is interested, and I'll even tweet it out. If you're interested in helping Dave, just go ahead and I'll tweet it out as well. Um, but you know, that's the thing. That's the thing. Don't try to be like smarter. Try to be smarter, but don't try to be like stupidly brave. If you want to write him anything, there's his email. You guys are more than welcome to write him your thoughts. We have nothing but love for him. I definitely think you should focus on maintaining a job. Definitely focus on maintaining like a job that pays your bills and everything. And I know you do it, and I know you're in the when you say you're in the defense industry and you're in Israel, that can imply a lot of different things. I'm not even going to ask what you do there. I'm sure part of it is very secretive, or most of it. But if you're going to trade, if you're going to use that money to trade, my advice is do it the right way. Just do it the right way or not at all. Don't worry. Don't get so excited that you need to trade that you're going to do it stupidly. Just do it the right way. Okay. And by the way, I donated money based on everybody in the room and watching. So I donated a proportionate amount of money. So if you're watching right now, each and every one of you did donate money to him already, as I took a percentage from every single person in the room. So don't worry if you can't donate. And I also did it for YouTube and Facebook. So if you're watching this show now, you already did donate to him. And I did donate a money proportional to the number of people on Facebook, YouTube, and in the room. Okay. And with that being said, I'll just recommend, like, I don't know where, you guys are. I don't know, why you watch this show. I'm sure some people just love the psychology that we talk about and things along those lines. But I'll tell you right now, um, I do go out of my way for my family, which is the members of the Newsbeat live room. I do go above and beyond for all of them. Everyone means something to me. You could, and sometimes you might see me get so passionate on some of these people struggling. You have to understand that it hurts me. It hurts me. And if it didn't, how much do I really care? How much do I really care if it didn't hurt me? And I do wear my heart on my sleeve, as they say, so I do get a little emotional from there. And I'm not trying to be politically correct. I don't give an F about that. I'm not trying to be, um, you know, bullshit professional where you just pretend like nothing matters and you just talk about whatever you want. Like, I'm on at night trying to help people grow, and I'm just going to be myself. And I'm not going to be anyone else. And I'm not going to pretend to throw on a plastic smile on my face while I destroy the lives of 98% of the people around me. That's not who I am. All right. But I hope you guys learned, even if you learned one thing throughout this entire video, I promise you it was well worth 100 times the hours you spent. Learning something new, being able to grow from it, especially in the trading world and in life in general, are priceless lessons. And I hope to be able to instill these lessons upon you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this Fireside Ask Mark Newsbeat show. Happy trading, make money. Oh, and if you're watching this long, links in the description if you're interested in anything we do. Have a wonderful weekend.